When you think of historical sites in Israel, images of ancient fortresses and archaeological digs usually come to mind. However, an initiative supported by Jewish National Fund USA is working to preserve Israel's modern history. With sites dating back from the first Zionist settlements in the 1800s and others that commemorate the 1948 War of Independence, the Jewish homeland story of rebirth is being woven into the tapestry of its 2,000-year-old story. As Israel approaches its 75th anniversary, an increasing number of tourists are flocking to these heritage sites. And today we have Shachar Hermalin, spokesperson for the Society for Preservation of Historical Sites, joining us in studio. Shachar, can you explain us why your focus is on preserving Israel's modern heritage?
Well, thank you for having me. The story of the State of Israel, of Eretz Israel, is incredible, but it's made of many, many pieces. It's a giant puzzle. And each of the 200 sites that the Society for Preservation of Israel Heritage Sites sees makes one piece of that incredible puzzle. So it's very important that people will know where we came from, because as the old saying of the late Yigal Allon goes, people who doesn't know its past, its present is dull and its future is questionable. So it's very important that we will have an opportunity to present to everyone in Israel and abroad what we had to go through to be where we are today.
That's definitely true. Now, can you speak more about the importance of preserving these sites and maybe the challenges of doing so? Because I assume, it's like really old sites. What are the challenges actually?
Yeah, of course. So other than the 200 visiting sites that the Society oversees, we have an ongoing struggle to preserve important buildings, historic trees, historic sites, because there are pressures all the time, all over the place. Real estate developers want to build new homes. They want to take historic areas and turn them into industrial areas or shopping center. So there is an ongoing struggle to keep these sites for other people to see, and so they will be able to understand what we had to go through. So other than maintaining all these visiting sites, we have people on the ground that watch every day and unfortunately battle every day against all these forces to try and keep these heritage sites intact.
Wow. Now, as Israel really prepares to mark Independence Day, 75 years, are there any new exhibits or initiatives that you think would be of interest to tourists, maybe to locals? Israelis love, going on Shabbat and experiencing and new sites.
So first of all, we have an amazing initiative called Israeli Shabbat that started in March of 2021 with the former Minister of Culture and Sports, Chili Trooper. And that allows people to come free of charge on Fridays and Saturdays. We adjust them to Shomrei Shabbat as well, and visit these sites and understand the stories behind them. Now, with the change of government, we are now working very hard to keep this initiative going. So that's a very, very...
with Miki Zohar.
Yeah. Now the Society answers to the Ministry of Heritage. We moved to the Ministry of Heritage, so we're working very hard to get the budget to continue that. But other than that, every site you come, all over the place, from the northern border to Eilat, we have hundreds of sites that tell amazing stories. Just come and enjoy them. And if I may add, the partnership we have with Jewish National Fund USA helps us improve these sites, improve the experience of visiting these sites, and through other organizations that are supported by Jewish National Fund USA, we are able to do more. For example, we have Lotem, which is an organization that makes nature accessible. We are working with them to make heritage sites accessible to the public. So the partnership with Jewish National Fund USA helps all of us all the time.
That's incredible. We love to explore, that's for sure. Now, looking ahead, Shachar, what are the plans for the future of heritage sites in Israel? We're 75 now, but, the future is still in front of us. What are the plans? What are the future plans of JNF?
So, first of all, we have many, many plans in the making. Together with Jewish National Fund USA, for example, we have a multi-million plan to Atli detention camp, one of the most important historic sites where people were detained because they were illegal immigrants, according to the British. And together with them, we are improving an amazing place called the Ayalon Institute, which was a secret bullet factory in the pre-state days. We are finishing to build a state-of-the-art new entrance and exit hall together with them. And we are working tirelessly all over the country because every day new things are coming up. We have to keep up with time. I mean, today's visitors are not like 20 years ago's visitors. So, for example, just recently, we published a comic book that tells heritage stories to children in a much more, in a nicer way, an easier way to understand. So there are initiatives going on all the time. We have to keep up, and we have to attract the people to the site. So again, so they can understand this unbelievable puzzle of the State of Israel.
That's incredible, and I assume one of the most beautiful things in Jewish heritage is really never forgetting your history. So Shachar, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.